The tape thing.
Yes, welcome back. And we did tell you, see Laurie, they're working out pretty hard, doing her exercise pieces, and we've got Rudy as well. Now, back in the studio here, we did say to you at the top of the program that we will be having a team from RNCF, and they're here. We got Mr. Sattar, we've got Leela. Always a pleasure having you, the chief here, and Elizabeth. And they're here to start the process. Doris, right. Here to kickstart the process as relating to the RNCF toy drive. Let's start with the chief. How are you doing?
Yes, Mark, thank you for having me here once again. It seems as if the whole year has just
slipped by.
So quickly,
right? And once again, it's time for the toy drive. This launches the Radios Needy Children Fund Christmas program. As you know, the purpose of the Radios Needy Children Fund was to raise monies to buy gifts for children, and it was prompted by the sentiments of Olga Lopes Seals, who decided one year to just have a Christmas party for kids around GBC, and it was carried live on radio, and that was 55 years ago, right?
Quite a long time.
The Radios Needy Children Fund is by and large the oldest charity in Guyana, and it has been going for 54 years. It started with a small Christmas party at the radio station, and has now grown to over 10 parties, one in each region of Guyana. We do a party in every region each year, and we've added some special parties to the list that we do over the years. So for the last 3 or 4 years since I've been chairman of the fund, we've taken on the Gum Clinic, which is a party for children who are affected or afflicted with the virus, the HIV and AIDS virus. So that party is now institutionalized, and we do that every year. That is sponsored by and large by a large corporate sponsor. And then we have the NOC up in Essequibo, where the juveniles,
the New Opportunity Corps,
right, the New Opportunity Corps, we do a party there every year with the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. They provide the lunch, the Christmas lunch, and we provide the toys and the Santa Claus, right?
Just bringing smiles to all of those faces,
right. And that's a very interesting one, because, you know, those are kids, basically. We tend to forget that because it's an institution, the NOC, that, you know, they're still kids.
Okay,
so
let's
that comes out.
Right, now let's get into this. Now, if we want to show you a little bit, let Frank give me a shot. I want you to understand what's happening here. This is an empty barrel. Look right inside. It's empty. Right, you see the bottom?
Okay, man.
All right, you see the bottom. So the reason why we're showing you this is because we are asking you to partner with us to fill this barrel up. And we've got so many children that we want to have smiling. Let's bring in Doris a little here. Doris,
yes.
This is something that we've been doing for quite a number of years. Just give me, when you see the smiles on the faces, how do you feel when you see those children receiving their gifts?
Oh, well, you have to experience that. Because there's so much joy come to them, you know. Even if the toy is just for a day, they're so happy. Because some people really can't afford a toy.
Yeah.
And they look forward. Somebody called me from Antigua the other day. He is a headmaster from a hiker school. And he said, Mrs. Lewis, please remember my children 50. They take a bus to come down.
Okay.
Please remember the tickets. They need 50. And they come specially for these toys. From Mahika, they hire a bus to come down here for this party, the Georgetown party.
Right.
So there's so much joy that we can do this. But besides the party, we do continuous programs throughout the year, which a lot of people are not aware of. You know, the school feeding program, the scholarship program, you know, and the basic needs distribution, where you could come and get basic food items distributed, you know, to prepare meals. But the Christmas party is what these children look forward to. As Mr. Sattar said, Olga started this thing just with a few children, and it has risen to, we have to get